I really like VHorns brass, but here's a question. Can we take that trombone and make a talking trombone like those old Duke Ellington records, or can we make it sound like Charlie Brown's Teacher? Let's find out.
Center.
And the first thing we need to do, and this may not be very surprising, is we need to get a convincing plunger muted trombone sound to begin with. I've already entered part of it, and you can see it down here, or you can look up here if you prefer. It's just a G sharp and an A and a G sharp down to an F, but there's some pitch bending going on, as you probably will want to do. I used the pitch wheel and I used the airflow, so sounds like this right now. Not bad, but we didn't use the plunger mute at all. We didn't do anything else. Now, normally I would do this with animation, but I just want to make a short little video here, so I'm just going to record on top of this. So let me do the plunger mute. So let's start with it a little bit open. Now let me add some growl. Begin with the growl on 0 and then kind of feed it into the longer notes. Okay, that didn't sound bad. Add some vibrato. Feed it into the longer notes just like you do with the growl. Go ahead and exaggerate it. Purely for aesthetic reasons, I like to bounce all that down, and let me hear the whole thing. Okay, that sounds reasonable to me. So, how do we get the talking part? Now, some of you may have seen this coming, some of you may be surprised. Vocoder. Vocoder? Isn't that going to be like, what, the Cylons in the old Battlestar Galactica? Doesn't have to be. There's other ways to use the vocoder, and we can get a little, not completely, but a little bit more of an acoustic sound when we do it right. So let's go into that. So first thing I need to do is I need to add an audio track so I can use the microphone here. Now here's the things. I need to say the words ya ya, ya ya. I have to line it up with the notes. So ya 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 ya. I have to sustain it. I do not have to sustain the pitch. I don't have to sing it, but I have to keep making some vocal sound. So I don't have to do ya 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 ya. I have to do something like ya 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 ya. Okay, I can. But the pitch is not going to make any difference. But I do have to keep making some sound, because as soon as I stop making a sound, the trombone is going to cut off. So it's important that you keep the sound going all the way through. Now, the challenge for me, I need to turn off my metronome, and I need to turn off the trombone sound. The reason is because the microphone will pick it up. And usually I would use headphones, but I just want to make a short little video here, so I don't want to get into all of that. So I'm going to do my best to just say the words ya ya at the right time, and I may have to adjust things around a little bit. But let's go. Ya 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 ya. Okay, let's see how close I was. Pretty good, actually. Our first note is there. That lines up pretty well. Ya, ya. That was good. Ya, ya. I think that's going to be close enough. And you can use any vocoder, and there's some free ones out there. I mean, I have this MV coder, which I'm pretty sure is a free one. I'm going to use Cherry Audio. It doesn't matter which one you use. I'm going to use Cherry Audio vocoder, the rack mode vocoder. Must be the effect version. We're going to take this and we're going to drag it into the trombone track. Let me set that aside for a moment. And we're going to take the microphone, the audio track, and feed that into the rack mode vocoder. First thing I want to do with this thing is resize it. There's some different presets. Some of them work pretty well. Some of them don't work at all for what we're trying to do. I'm going to start with the chipmunk. I know you see wah 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 here. I'm going to do that one later. I'm going to go through a few of these. I got everything set, right? So, yeah, let's try it. Now that's not too bad, although you can tell we definitely lost some volume and we've lost some body. I'm glad you can resize this, but I don't understand why it always just goes back. What's the point? That sounds pretty good to me. I'm not saying it's perfect. I'm not saying you're going to fool a trombonist. But that does not sound bad to me at all. Okay, let's try some other ones. The chipmunk was pretty good. The gender bender was not bad. I like to keep the format at 0 or lower, I think. I apologize about the distortion, which I assume you're hearing. That's just an issue with my screen recorder and everything. I have a very old system here. I'm at my office right now, so I can't just buy a new system. I am kind of stuck with the one that I have right now. And I'm next in line for a new computer, but we're definitely losing some higher end. Okay, we'll try the wah-wah. Now, why I don't like the wah-wah as it is right now is because it has a wah-wah effect that goes beyond the ones that I'm making with my mouth. The sustained notes have a little wah-wah-wah-wah-wah kind of vibrato to it, which doesn't sound very good, but I'll play it. And we don't want that, so I'll turn off the sync, but more importantly, just turn the rate of the formant modulation down. Again, turn the formant down. I don't think you want a high formant for trombone. Now, let's try it. Okay, I think this sounds pretty good. Again, you're not going to fool a trombonist with it. I was going to use Duke Ellington's Coco as an example because there's a famous talking trombone solo in there by Tricky Sam Nanton. If you haven't heard this song, after this video, look it up on YouTube. Coco, K-O-K-O by Duke Ellington. Not the Charlie Parker piece, which is a totally different kind of brilliant, but the Duke Ellington version of Coco. However, what I found is when Tricky Sam Nanton did this, and we can't do this one on VHorns. As much as I love VHorns, this is something that just can't be done so far as I know. He played it with the mute, not the plunger mute, but the straight mute, into the trombone, and then he used the plunger on top of that. So I just sort of gave up on that. Now, let's see, and I haven't done it myself yet. Let's see, can we get Charlie Brown's teacher to speak on this video? Okay, I think the tricks here are playing a pretty limited range. So don't play down here and up here. That's going to be silly. Don't play too high, because it's going to sound like the teachers are screaming. And don't play something too diatonic. Try to be a little bit chromatic and have fun, kind of go a little crazy with the pitch wheel. At least that's what I'm going to do. That's middle C. I wouldn't go much above that. That's going to be hard to line up my yayas later, but let's do it without the metronome. And after a few takes, use some staccato notes. Okay, I've deleted a bunch of goofing around takes. This is what I have. I want to exaggerate the plunger even more on this one. Let me add some vibrato, and then let me add some growl. That sounds pretty good as it is already. Okay, now let me add some yayas to that. That's going to be a bit harder because it's not in tempo, but we'll try it anyway, and I'm going to pause because there's no reason for you to watch me set everything up once more. Okay, well, here we go. I'll go through all three of the presets. I think none of them are perfect, but they all get the point across. So here we go with the wah-wah, and I added a compressor because some of the presets need it. Well, that one does sound a bit processed. Let's do the chipmunk. And let's do the gender bender. Okay, it needs some cleaning up, but I think we're getting into the ballpark here. People will know what we're trying to do. When people hear the sound, they're gonna know, oh, that's Charlie Brown's teacher. So I think this works reasonably well. Is it perfect? No. If you want perfect, you hire a trombone player to do it. But if you don't have a trombone player, but you have VHorns and you have a vocoder, you like the letter V, this gets you into the ballpark. Now, before we go, let's try it with a wah-wah pedal. I'm just going to use the auto wah. That may be better depends what you want. That may actually work a little bit better. And I've tried different presets. That one sounds a little bit too like a duck. Actually get some good effects, whether it sounds like the teacher or not, I don't think so. But hope you enjoyed this video. Give me a like, give me a subscribe if you did, and we'll see you in the next video.